Outside the Frame is a nonprofit that trains homeless youth to be the directors of their own films and lives. Making movies is a way for them to kind of get back to themselves.
I left Portland for like a year, and upon my return about a year ago, I found Nili one day and we bumped into each other, and I told her that I still fantasize about making like weird music videos like with her and the crew, and she told me that we can totally make that happen and like stop by. And the next thing I know, I was like offered a position as a peer mentor to like help out like other kids who are going through the internship as interns.
Being able to take control of your own narrative, being able to express yourself. I've had several participants say, by telling my story, I understand what happened, and knowing that somebody else is going to hear it allowed me to like close the door on that chapter in my life and move on. Also, having people see it, getting that validation is huge. We present the films at these big gala events. They're standing there on stage with a full house applauding. That never leaves you after that, you know? Then you're like, I can do anything. And they do. They go on to do amazing things.
Through this internship, I was really inspired to start sharing my story and seeing everyone share their stories and be as vulnerable as they chose to be, to create these films, to reach out to other people and to just build that sense of community and not feeling alone. It was just a really great experience, and thank you.
This combination of creative and social justice and education, supplemental education, working with people that choose to be there, that's what I'm supposed to do.
So my film tonight, going into it, I didn't really have an idea of what topic I wanted to address, but like during the interview process, I decided like I wanted to base it off of my experiences with like growing up and like being gay, and like dealing with like homophobia. So yeah, I kind of wanted to have like a positive message or like an optimistic message for any like young people who are seeing it. I'm hoping anyone who is young and like in the closet will have like, I guess, the hope to come out and like not expect a bad reaction to it. I think that's like having hope is really important if you're like young and queer, because like it's definitely something like, even though there's more acceptance today, like there's still like a lot of negative attitudes toward it and like hostile behavior towards like people who aren't like cis or heterosexual.
As a Latinx person and as an immigrant, sometimes it can feel like my story is not worth telling and my life is not worth sharing with others, but through this internship and outside the frame, I felt like I was really able to gain my voice and find people who related to what I had to say, you know. As a Venezuelan immigrant, there's not really a home that I can go back to. It's kind of gone for the most part right now, and so it feels really good to know that I have a home here amongst these people.
Something that's really empowering about like the program is, and about like learning film, was like getting paid to like indulge in creative abilities and to like develop those skills. That's been, because so often it's like, you know, like we do things to like make money that maybe it's not our favorite thing to do, or maybe that we even like hate doing, like, but like we do it to get by. And by participating in an internship like with Outside the Frame, this makes you feel like you could actually be like a non-starving artist. Like, okay, like yeah, I could do this for a living, like I like it, it's cool, it's creative, it's right up my alley, like yeah. And for a lot of these kids who like come into this internship like living outside or staying in a shelter, that's an especially big big deal. Like, people don't get that. Like, it's rare, I feel like, to get it as is, to like get paid doing like what you genuinely like or love to do, something artsy, something you can enjoy, something that's fun. And like, yeah, especially like if you know the struggle, like, it's huge. It can have an enormous impact on the people who participate in this program.
At rare times in our lives, things come our way precisely when we need them. And for me, one of those things was outside the frame. I found OTF at a time when I had no direction and little sense of my own self-worth. At first, it was just a way to fill time and get out of the cold. Then it became my passion. This little group, meeting once a week in the basement of Outside In, reminded me of my own humanity and gave me back the voice that I'd forgotten that I had.
A year ago, Outside the Frame's administrative offices were in my attic. All of our programming was at Outside In. When we did something, I borrowed gear from Open Signal and took out the baby seats out of my car, out of my little tiny Honda Fit. Now we have our own production gear, a studio for our programs, a van to take the youth on shoots and film screenings and activities. It's a thriving thing, you know? It started here and it's real.
Basically where I want to go from here is become a non-starving artist. Like bank out doing this that I love to do and then dispersing the wealth and like actually doing it. And to travel the world doing what I love to do. Yeah, and helping out like where I can as much as I can.
I was raised without fear. I was raised to not be afraid, and to just do it. And once you move, things happen, you know? Same with the films. Hey, we're making a movie. People come out to make it with you because everybody wants to be a part of something and do something. So if you're doing something and you're going somewhere, you'll keep going. Same for me, same for the kids, the youth, everyone.